This is part 2 of the Ancient Cistern, and in this part we're going to be getting the dungeon map, and we're also going to be getting our first taste of the lower level kind of second
the
half.
basement.
Yeah, the hell side of this dungeon.
I mean, it kind of is. I mean, well, obviously the red and purple clash a little bit, I guess you could say, but mainly I don't think Satan dresses in purple, but
all those little minions coming out of the ground and things. Oh. Yeah, now that we have this whip, it's going to come in really handy. I mean, we talked a little bit in the first part about like lily pads we can flip over. We're going to do some of that. There's also a few pulleys, switches, and things we can swing across. Again, very similar to the grappling hook from Wind Waker.
This might be a Mr. Obvious statement, but it goes really well with this dungeon.
It does.
Which the item is supposed to do.
It should.
But, you know, sometimes there's those dungeons where, you use the item, but it doesn't really... It goes with it, but it doesn't really feel like it was used to its full potential.
Agreed.
I kind of feel like we use the whip to its full potential in this dungeon.
We certainly do. I mean, right off the bat, we use it. I mean, we already used it on the pulley down in that previous room to get that geyser going, which is about the extent of changing water levels, really. We do that a few different times in this dungeon. But, you know, as far as water tipples go, I'm okay with that.
Exactly.
But, we used to swing across these gaps that we couldn't obviously get across before until we had...
And I think I missed that dungeon map the very first time I played this, because it's kind of like hidden behind those bushes right there.
I can see that.
I think I just walked right past it, and I was like, where's the dungeon map at in this place?
I mean, it's very easy to miss. I mean, because there's nowhere else to go once you get up to this platform.
No, not. Well, actually...
I don't think
I don't know. No, you can't go through there. No. We jumped down, actually. We jumped down and go through a tunnel or something. I think one of the things that kind of stinks for me in Red is we actually played this dungeon before we actually played Wind Waker.
Yeah.
I think, didn't we? I know I did for sure. I think you did too. So, like, really at that time we couldn't relate the grappling hook, to the whip. So, I mean, I kind of wish we would play Wind Waker first just so we could kind of...
We didn't have that prior experience.
It's a grappling hook, so, oh well.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have that prior experience.
Nothing's perfect in Zelda. We've learned that. We learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, and if there's nothing perfect about us playing Zelda.
Yeah, that's true. We're getting better.
We are getting better. But yeah, I mean, right there, just using that to, like, first flip the lily pad, then get the handle. I mean, they really do, like you said, put it to its full potential.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Is a Swamp Palace in Link to the Past.
Oh,
kind of how you had those heads on the wall. And so I just was thinking, I was like, you know what? I just randomly really like waterfalls for some weird reason.
Well, they look great.
And so that's one reason I do like this dungeon is because of the waterfalls.
Yeah.
And, like, I just kind of saw that, and it really looks like that thing in Swamp Palace.
Or like the little monster head or snake heads, whatever they are.
And the head kind of almost looks very similar to
I wonder if that was on purpose.
It was.
I mean, knowing the people who design these games, I would not be stunned in the slightest. But I mean, it's very true though.
Yeah.
And I mean, heck, if you really want to go deep, you can almost think like this catfish head.
Let's go deep. Let's go deep.
This like catfish head
Maw?
here, Catfish Maw.
Yeah, from Link's Awakening.
I mean, just little touches like that to relate back to other games, whether intentional or not. I mean, I'd like to think they are.
No, I bet, because it does look a lot like the entrance to Catfish Maw.
Yeah.
So I would say, I mean, that's a catfish if I've ever seen one.
Except the little tendrils and everything coming out of the face. So I'm with you on it.
Yeah. And then one thing I didn't do right there. I thought I did right there. I do this constantly in this dungeon is I think I have my sword and I just try to whip the crap out of like enemies and stuff. And I do it numerous times.
I mean, Indiana Jones does it. He whips the crap out of enemies.
Well, yeah, but I'm not Indiana Jones.
No, Link is way cooler than Indiana Jones.
I think I like fool around these guys for a little while and I'm just like, you know what? Forget it.
I actually really like what you do. You do, and then I don't think you fight one like hardly. You fight maybe one the rest of the game. You're like, I'm not dealing with these guys anymore.
Yeah. Well, like I said, like those were one place where like the motion controls actually did bother me, and I don't know what else. I guess I just thought I'd be fine. And I don't know what I was thinking.
I thought you were high enough at first, and then
I might have thought that. I might have thought I was high enough.
It's a tough perspective there.
Yeah, that's what we'll go with.
I do like this big.
It's not my fault.
Stupid camera.
It's not me.
I do like this rotating pillar because in the second half of the dungeon, there's several of them underground as well, and I thought
you got to change the direction and everything to make them go the way or to get to where you want to go.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun way of tying the upper level and the lower level together, even though I don't think they're connected.
That's a good question. Well, we go down this big drain right here in a second. I don't think there's a big pillar right there.
Yeah,
but I kind of wonder if they are somehow connected to the bottom.
It's just cool having the parallel though between I mean, whether they're connected or not. It's fun when the two halves of this dungeon are as different as they are. Yeah. To have something in common like that.
And I love that part right there.
Me too.
Kind of thinking back to like playing around as a kid. I mean, not that I ever had like a whip.
No.
And I got one now. But I'm just kidding.
Whoa. It's a PG YouTube channel. It's a PG YouTube channel.
But you know, I just kind of like that whole motion right there. You know.
No, it's fun like swinging across there to get and changing which way you have to be looking to get the switch and then to get onto the onto the vines here.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you on that.
Kind of threw us off there with my comment. I thought it was fun.
It happens. Hey, we laughed. But I mean, this is another good place over the motion controls. Like we said, sometimes they're well done, sometimes they're not. I thought they were pretty well done on things like this. I mean, it's something simple.
Yeah.
But it's effective. I feel like it feels like you're doing more than just pushing the button.
Yeah, the one thing I just like, I couldn't control that rope when you're swinging. Like, you kind of had to bring it to a complete stop, or at least I did. I don't know if you had to do that or not, but that's one little thing I just didn't like. It's just, I always had to feel like I had to stop before I could actually start swinging again.
And I think the grappling hook was the same way, if I'm not mistaken, to change your direction.
Maybe. Actually, I think you're right. I think it'd come to stop. So I kind of wish we could just kind of swing freely.
I like how you just avoided all three of those guys, by the way.
Well, did you see what happened the first time I tried to find them in this room?
And I like this little cinematic, like diving into this whirlpool. I thought it was a cool little touch.
That is cool.
Doing his dive.
And then we kind of hear the music slowing down right here, which I don't think we've actually addressed this yet, but the theme changes.
It does. It's great how they, again, differentiate between the top half and the bottom half of this dungeon. And how many dungeons can you think of in Zelda where the theme changes?
I can't even think of one right now, really.
Me neither, other than boss fights, of course. But
well, yeah, but you really can't count that.
Yeah, but I mean, just having an entirely different theme, and a darker theme, a slower theme, again, just goes with the
I can't. I really cannot think. I'm not gonna sit here and say it doesn't happen.
Of course,
but I can't think of one off the top of my head where it does.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. It's just one more little thing they thought of to add atmosphere to this dungeon.
Like I said, like I just mentioned it, but like when you're going down that drain and that music slows down as you're going through that drain, that was pretty cool.
It's a great cinematic.
And I had problems though with my calibration right here in a second. Like I was trying to get my weapons. And I was just all over this place, and this jerk was shooting me with arrows, and like, give me some time, buddy.
Dude, it does suck when sometimes that
calibration, motion control,
when it's like off-centered for some reason.
Yeah, I got rattled there. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought this was such a cool little idea, though.
It took me forever to figure out.
And I may have had to cheat to figure it out myself. I won't lie, but once you figure it out, you're like, that is such a cool thought to pickpocket it basically with your whip. It's not something that I can recall ever doing anywhere else.
We can also get rare treasures, like not those ones in particular, but there's other enemies that have like horns on them.
Yeah,
and you can just use your whip to just like kind of get their horns off of them.
Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, that's also borrowed from Wind Waker, because I think you could use your grappling hook to get like joy pendants and things like that in Wind Waker.
Yes, you are correct. You could.
Oh, we got to talk to this girl again.
Yes, she'll give us another probability. But I did like this whole looking into like you know.
Me too.
Because I mean, we really get taste like because I mean we're in the bottom right now, but we're not like in the bottom.
Yeah.
Bottom, you know.
It's a great foreshadowing to what we're going to be going through in part 3 of spending this time underground in this darker area.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was the boss key chest or the big key chest there. We're not going to get to it for a little while.
No, we're not.
But it's pretty cool, I thought, to come down and get this little preview.
Yeah, the whole look of the whole room. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get spat back into the upper level right here out of that pipe that just sucks you right back up. So
I remember the first time playing this game, like I didn't know if we were ever going to go back up to the top. You know, I was like, okay, here's the first part. We're done with the beautiful part.
Yep.
Now I got this ugly part. Yeah. I was going to be here the rest of the dungeon, so I kind of like that it spit me back up to the top again.
Me too.
Because if it would have focused more on that bottom part, I don't think I would have been. I can tell you right now, I would not been as big a fan of this dungeon.
Oh, I'm with you 100%. I remember after playing this dungeon, I played it after you did. I remember talking to you, just being like, it was an awesome dungeon, great. I loved how it looked, except for that lower part, which has its own fun concepts. But the look of it and the theme of it, if the whole dungeon would have been like that, it really would have detracted.
It still wouldn't have been better than Sandsha, but it'd been closer.
Yeah. But man, so
I agree with you. I wish the whole part, like I do like the switch, like and how it feels different. I do like that, but at the same time, I also wish this dungeon would have been all of that, all of this top part. I really would have liked that.
With how awesome this part looks, I agree with you.
I don't know how you feel, but I like more colorful stuff, which is one of the reasons I think I like Skyward Sword better than Twilight Princess. Just because a lot of it has to do with the art style.
Yep.
And so, like, you know, just like with a colorful game and this colorful dungeon, I like those kinds of things.
And I know that's one thing that really appealed to both of us with the Wind Waker as well. Was how much brighter it was in general. I mean, obviously it had its darker parts.
And then the Triforce quest hit.
Yeah. Derailed the whole game.
But no, you're right. I mean, I did really like Wind Waker for the colorful, you know, art style.
Yeah. Man, these pufferfish are a pain. I will
Yes,
say,
they
though,
are.
we kind of hit on this a little bit just when we were talking amongst ourselves earlier. The swimming. Oh, nice. That's
got
one way,
it, huh?
that's one way to get him
Took
out
some
of the way.
health, but it got rid
Yeah,
of them.
the swimming feels a little more fluid.
Yes, it's a lot more smoother than Twilight Princess.
Or Majora's Mask, even when you're swimming around with a Zora. I mean, you've seen us struggle if you've watched some of our videos.
Yeah, it's because his thrust is like crazy when he's a Zora. I mean, you can't even control him.
No,
properly.
not at all. So it's nice to get a little bit better fine-tuned swimming controls, even though we don't use them that much.
But I mean, it just it did make it more enjoyable though, being able just to kind of make smoother swims and stuff. But we'll be doing this thing right here, and that'll wrap up part 2 of the Ancient Cistern.